Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Niggas playing hard, but he really soft. Prosper got shot. Tate got shot. Desi got dropped. Damn. Nate got popped. Damn. Leaky got shot. What the hell? Splash face hot. On game. Corbin got kidnapped. They found his bones. He was right. Where's Corbin? Meet you up the boss.
Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you. And I think I have to listen. Because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be as bright as the sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me this time. Baby, now
see
I
this?
know.
How you cannot go
Baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me it's right.
Neighbors and the
When you
community
came to me,
compelled
who
to
are
scour
you?
the area.
It's you, yeah, boy.
Where does the fault lie on you?
Hey family, how's everybody doing? Come on in. I know we're early, but I was feeling it. I was feeling the vibe as I was coming in the building. You guys know what time it is. Let's see who's the first one in. We got Sanja Watts in the building. You're number one. Your number 7929494. All those fours, girl. 7929. Oh, all those nines in there. 7929494. And then we got Lisa Taylor in the building. You're number 2. Okay, your number is 7929493. And then we got Margie Mack. She done ran on up in here. Hey, Margie. You're number 3. Your number 7929492. Let me put them on in there, you guys. Come on in. Hey, Woke to God. What's going on? Woke to God is in the building. How you doing? Come holler at us, sister. What's going on? How you doing? Lisa Calhoun, you is in the building. What's going on? You guys, Valerie Montgomery, how you doing? Hey, sister. Hey, how you doing, baby girl? And we got Ruby Turner in the building. What's going on, Ruby? What is going on with you guys? You guys, I know I've been trying to follow this Natureboy trial. And I'm going to tell you something. I am a little bit disturbed, but, okay, here's the thing. They are not letting us listen to the trial as in actual time right now, it's like, because they got to take out, the witness's name and the jurors' names and things of that nature, because some people are not feeling that. It's a whole bunch of drama. It's a whole bunch of drama going on. People getting in fights at the courthouse. They're mad because this YouTuber get to put things on and this YouTuber don't. Some people play by the rules and some people don't. And some people know how to get in there. And if you've been a YouTuber a long time, you have to go and ask the judge, can you do this? Can you do that? And the judge says, yeah. And then you get in. Whether you live in a town or not live in a town, that ain't got nothing to do with it. So some people are mad because, hey, this person gets to live stream, this person don't. And then they want to sit back and then they want to go over there and depict what that person got and bring it over to their channel. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to do it. Normally, let me tell you, and it is just the way it is. Some people, they'll come to me and they'll tell me this and tell me that, and I know you didn't hear it from the horse's mouth. You know why? Because they're not letting us hear what's in the horse's mouth. We might hear it a day late, and I don't mind for it to be day late. But getting somebody else's commentary and then their ideal and their thinking and how they're going to solve it and what they say, bringing it to me, that is so disrespectful. I mean, it just is. And you guys don't know how I think about that. I just do. Like, if I told you to cook me a cake, I don't want you to go to Dillon's and go buy a cake and hand it to me and say, see what I did? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, if we can't get it from the horse, then, hey, that's just what it is. I don't feel like arguing with somebody talking about, hey, you got that off of my channel and blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to do that. Some people went in. I thought they were going to show this. I thought they was going to show this live, and we would all hear it live. And I don't want to look at somebody's face. Why? I mean, because you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just yours, but then in fact, if you got the smarts to get it, then yeah, and you put it on your channel, then okay. Give that person their respect. If you want to go over there and watch it, go over there and watch it. But don't bring it over to me, because I don't feel like dealing around with no clowns. Because, some people work hard for what they have. You say one word and they be like, they got that from my channel and they got some of my this and that. And you know what? No. I don't need none of that. You guys understand what I'm saying? I don't need a drama that comes with it. I don't. Here's the thing. This is a case about a grown man taking advantage of a lot of weak-minded people. It's really simple. It's really that simple, okay? And now that he's in jail, they all want to talk like they understood what was going on. If you understood so much, why did you stay in it so long? I see women, and they're sitting there going, I did this and I did that and my maneuver. I will never let you come into my house and strong arm me and make me feel less than who I am. And then and take all my whatever. No, he didn't take nothing. Let's get this straight. I'm going to tell you like a TI is. He didn't take nothing from nobody. They gave it to him. Okay? So when people comes to me talking about, look how he did this person and he took advantage of them and he did this, you gave it to him. I didn't see not one gun where he took advantage. No, you wanted this. You see, you were at a place. Yeah, they targeted, weak-minded people at the time of their weakness. This happens all over the world. It really does. But trust and believe, if you come to my house and I say, hey, you know what? I want you to take off your clothes. If you take off your clothes, and then you're going to say, because I was scared. Because you had my driver's license and I couldn't leave or whatever. Okay, how did I get your driver's license? The only way I could have got it, we were going to be in a struggle. Or, okay, let me see the struggle where somebody took something from you. So they take it from you, and then we can have this conversation. But when you give it to them and then they just don't give it back to you right when you want it, or you're mad now, so I don't get. I'm not saying that this didn't happen to this young lady, but I'm saying the multiple times that you come back to back to back to back to back. I'm wondering about that, and then everybody's making videos. You know, the girls are making videos like, I'm in a place right now, and um, I'm with nature, and I really wanted to be, and I didn't know that this was happening on the backside, and I didn't know they were having conversation. That's life. That's what school is like that. Work is like that. When you go to the store, it's like that. Some people are gonna be saying some things that you're not gonna know, and you're gonna act on what you see or what you hear and what you did not hear, and then that settles that. That doesn't mean, okay, so I should feel some kind of way towards you because you didn't know this or you didn't know that. You know, these people, and I'm gonna say this, these people, and when I say weak-minded people, I'm saying at some time in their life, something was not working right with them. Whether it was they just didn't feel loved, or they had already been taken advantage from family and friends, and they wanted to get away. There were some people that did things in the United States that had to leave, and so they leave to get away from the drama and the chaos, whether they stole something, robbed somebody, killed somebody, whatever. They went with the program. Then there's girls that didn't want to listen to their mamas, didn't want to listen to their daddies, and they went over there. And this is what's wrong with the world. And if you want to put yourself into the world and say you're part of it, then that's fine. But when you come back, 9 times out of 10, the females leave home. Now, I don't know what their problem was, why they left home so young, whether their mother made them. Like Velvet, she started taking care of her siblings at the age of 11. Then she ran away at 17. Honey, you didn't have to run away at 17. 17, you're pretty much grown at 18. They couldn't make you come back if you didn't have to run away. You couldn't wait another 9 more months. Come on now. Come on, okay? Little girls get fixated because, mama may need some help. So mama's like, watch your brother, watch your sister, cook, clean, do this while I'm doing that, or whatever. And they be like, well, I'm doing it all. Then there's some no good mothers out there that put everything on the kid, and they bury him with all of this responsibility where they do have to just leave, and they got nowhere to go. So they look for guidance. So where do they look? They're on YouTube. They're thinking, oh, I'm gonna make something of myself. You made that decision to go to a whole different country, somewhere you don't know nobody. What is the number one thing everybody in this channel knows that you, as a woman, that you do not do? You don't have to be explained, but I'm pretty sure each and every one of us have heard it before. Don't leave home with some no man, or no, you know what I'm saying? Because when they get you away from your family, they will mistreat you. My ex-husband told me, he was like, baby, let's go to Oklahoma, and I was like, why would I want to go to Oklahoma and I own my house? Where we gonna live at? What we gonna do? He talking about we gonna live on the farm with my cousin. What? You think I'm gonna hold on? Okay, you saying if I love you enough, I will go to a whole different state, start over, and stay in a barn, and I got kids. Okay, this do not even make sense. How could you even bring this? What would make you even bring this to my attention? Like, are you stupid or something? That doesn't even make sense. Why would I give up a house to go live in a barn and then away from my family, whether they doing something for me or not, just to be with you? Hold on. This doesn't make sense. So if that's what it takes to be with you, why don't you go stay in the barn And then you can come and tell me about it after 6 months. Build a house down there while you're down there, because I need some place to put my children. And they don't need to be in a stable with that chicken in the horses, things like that. Evidently, there are red flags that people just don't even want to talk about. They don't. They don't want to talk about those red flags. They want to sound. Here's the thing. I've been looking over videos and videos and videos, and I have, but I don't go to certain people's channels because I know them and I know how they will act. They be like, "Oh, she came and got my material, and I got to get her a strike, and I told her and all, you know." And that's how they grow a lot. But if they get that stuff, then yeah, why would I would not want their cake sitting at my dinner table to give my husband, because if he said, "Oh my God, this is the best cake ever," and I know I stole it or I took it from somebody else, and then he's not in love with my cake, he's in love with Juju's cake. I just ain't told him it's Juju. I can pretend it's mine, but it's not. I don't want to go down that route, you guys. Let me tell you something. This is what this is all about. I don't know how much of it that we're going to be able to endure, because the news, they're going to wait to tell us certain things, and we got to watch it and all this other stuff. And I don't mind sitting back and waiting and watching. It's not the early bird gets the worm and everybody got to be first and I got in there and this, that, and the other. Sometimes it is. That's what makes certain channels a little bit, because they can get in there. That's what they do. That's what they do for a living. That is their whole 100% job. They made it a job. It's a hobby. They love doing it and they can get in there. I can't do that 100. You know why? Because I've got a job I got to go to. I got to do so many hours a day, so many days a week, 2 jobs in that, because that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? And some people, they get in there and they love what they're doing, and I'm just not going to take that away from them. I'm just not. I'm not talking down on them. If you just heard what I just said, I'm giving them kudos, and I'm giving them respect. I'm saying, look, I will not go to your channel. I don't want people to come to me and tell me what your channel got. Because guess what? You ain't got nothing other than what if the judge allow you to do it, the judge will allow other people to do it too. They just need to do what they need to do to get in there. Sometimes you could go to the family and say, hey, blah, 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 blah. I want to be there. I don't, and they'll let you come in and sit with them, or, whatever. And then some people, they won't. But at the same time, a lot of big channels can get off in there because people want the publicity. You know what I'm saying? So they're not going to allow a little channel to come in there and you've got, 10 people, following you. You can't even live stream, whatever. Things like that. Hey, Nancy, how you doing? Hey, Lisa Taylor, I see you in the building. Soldier Girl. Zena. I don't see Tina Powers in here yet. She done came in here? Yeah, there she is. Hey, Tina, what's going on? So, and Nancy LaRose. So, anyway, you guys. So, there's a whole big old... and there's a whole big old drama around YouTube of who gets to go into the courtroom and hear what's going on and stream live. Some people say it's not fair. It is fair. It is fair. If that person asked the judge and the judge said yes, then it's fair. You know what I'm saying? But am I going to go over there and get their stuff? No, I'm not. Matter of fact, sometimes some channels, I'm not going to say their names, but some channels, and I'm not saying they're bad channels. I just know their whole mannerism, so I just stay away from the drama. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people will throw out a lot of stuff about you that's not true, and then you sitting there trying to protect your name, and then they've got 15,000 followers going, yeah, you did do that. Okay, whatever. And it becomes really messy. This is why I tell you guys all the time, please, please, please do not send me YouTube channels. And you know, I get YouTube channels. People, I sent you something. Now they don't say nothing, they just send it. And I'll be like, well, what is it? And I can tell it's a YouTube channel because when it comes up as the thing, it says YouTube. So, but I'm wondering, what did you send me? Because maybe it might be a news thing, or maybe it's something I didn't see, or so. But you're sending me something that, no, don't do that. Do not do that. I'm not that hungry. Come on, you guys, don't do that. You know, it's not nice or funny. Like, say, for instance, let me give you a nice scenario, okay? Like, say, for instance, if you don't like eating Krispy Kreme donuts, okay? I'm not going to send you an advertisement of Krispy Kreme donuts and then sit back and watch your reaction. Okay? When you tell me that, I'm like, hey, you know, you may not like Krispy Kreme. I think they're good. I think they're wonderful. But, okay, I'm going to go get some, but I ain't going to say nothing, you know, because whoop to whoop to whoop, you know, you got a problem with them or whatever. So I try to keep it to myself. If you ask me questions, I just straight out say, yeah, you know, yeah, I did have to go get the donuts or whatever. But I'm not going to throw it in your face. You know what I'm saying? I probably done went 2-3 other times without saying anything because I know how you feel about it. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, she says hashtag SP, really? Yeah. So I respect when you guys tell me, you know, I don't like, like say there's this news channel called Fox News. One of my girlfriend told me, she said, SP, you know, Fox News is very prejudiced. And if you ever pay attention to them. And I say, really? I you know, and I'm thinking it's something that she got a problem with. So I didn't say anything. But then when I'm watching it, she's like, girl, I got to go, bye. Whatever. So what's wrong with her? You know, so when I'm talking to her, I don't never turn on Fox News. I don't really watch TV anyway, but I definitely, you know, turn my volume down just so I can respect her. But then one day I did listen because I heard what she said. But I listened and I go, you know what? She was right. So I'm just letting you guys know, just like I just gave you. I gave you a good example. Now here's the funny thing about that whole situation, okay? Check this out. Now that I know for myself, I definitely try not to listen to that station. I don't have a problem with them, but I got a problem listening to their narrative because I see where their narrative is going. And it is problematic when it comes to certain groups and stuff, how they see things. You know, Trump is great, Trump is fine, there's not a problem. They can say the N word, they laugh, is what's wrong with it, Biden this, Biden that, you know, and you know, this is why they tell us to not talk about politics, talk about religion, and don't talk about how much money you make at work. Those are 3 things you cannot talk about. Anytime you find yourself talking about those 3 things, politics, religion, and money, you can find yourself in an argument every time. But nevertheless, you guys, let me tell you, do not take somebody else's stuff and bring it to me. I don't want you stealing, because it's called stealing. It's called stealing. Now, like I said, if we can't hear it on the news, they're not gonna show it. Then here's the thing: at the end of the day, this young man, if you really pay attention to how this man became somewhat noticeable, because I wouldn't say that he is all of this or all of that. That to some people, he's all of this. You know what made him all of this and all of that? You guys made him all of this and all of that. I didn't make him all of this. I did watch him for a while. His teachings was good at a certain time, and then I had to let it go because he was talking weird to me. Ain't no way in the world. I just was wondering how these people was getting from here to, they was going to Mexico and then Cape Cod and they was going over here and Jamaica and then they back in California and then they in Atlanta and they over here and they over there. One girl says she's from Ohio and she packed up all her stuff. I listened to her. Oh, this is what I was going to tell you guys. So I listened to two people. One of them, I just found out the guy's name was Salazar. I don't know. But I thought he was so nice looking. Some people may not think so, but I thought, boy, just looking at him, I was like, whoa. He's got a pretty smile. His whole mannerism is it's beautiful to me. I don't care what nobody say. I'm just telling you what I think. Okay? Now, I'm a married woman, so I'm not thinking nothing sexual or anything. I'm just thinking Solar. I just think he's a nice looking gentleman. I ain't thinking nothing sexual. I'm just thinking that he's a nice looking man. Now, this is what I'm saying. So, I'm thinking, though, when I finally got to see him, because I'd never seen him before when I was listening to Natureboy's teaching. I'd never seen him before. So, I thought, my goodness, he's a very nice looking man. Then there was another guy named Shaka Zolar, Zozo, or Zozi, or whatever. I don't know. His name was Shaka something. And he's nice looking. He's nice looking. Dark. He's more dark complected. But I'm looking at the women. They're nice looking women. I was like, boy, Velvet, she's beautiful, She's beautiful. She's nice looking. And I'm looking at these people. And I'm sitting there going, these people got an image complex about themselves. And so everybody will look at them. If you look at them, you'll say, what's the problem? Why do you don't feel like you give somebody all the power and control? What would make you do that? I don't care how ugly I am, how broke I am. Shaka Zulu, yes, Shaka Zulu. I'm thinking to myself, I'm still not going to give you the key to my car like you can drive it better than I can drive it. And I'm not finna give you my check. I'm not finna hand over thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars so you can feed me bananas. I'm not going to do that. So you got to think, too, that these people that he took advantage of, not taking advantage, but was given the advantage over their life. Let's speak on it the way it really is, you guys. They gave him everything. And then they always want to have an excuse because people's like, why did you let him abuse you? And then he'd be like, well, I was trying to get away. Well, you tried to get away 3 times, but you kept going back. Why? She said it was a second. It was a second coat. They were all attractive. They all was attractive. They were all attractive beings. So for you to give somebody all that control, and let's talk about that. They gave him. Come on, soldier girl. They gave him the credit card. Some of them had $70,000. Some of them had $100 and something thousand. Some of them had $30,000. They gave him the Visa card. So, that was part of when you come in, the thing, he takes it. So that right there gave him control. You can't leave the states unless you were doing right with him. Now you sit back and say, "Oh well, I went ahead and have sex because he's got my visa. I went and had sex because, I wasn't gonna eat, or he was hitting me, or this, that, and the other." I believe a lot of that was happening, but it wasn't happening in the United States. You know, but for these people to have all, you guys give him, not you, but these people that went into the cult, because that's what it was. It was a cult. And some people think there's no such thing as black cults. Yes, there is. You just finally got to see how one person manipulated other people. And you know what? At first he was doing very well with it. And until he started being a little bit greedy, and he's not fine. I mean, he's not bad looking. Nature Boy, all cleaned up. He's not a bad looking character. He's just not. I'm just gonna tell you guys right now. I don't care what you say. I don't think there's nobody that was in carbonation that was horrible. I just don't. As far as visual, I don't know. I just didn't see ugly people. I never did see not one ugly person. Like, I could see why you there. You know what I'm saying? They all had something that was very beautiful, and I don't see why they couldn't see it. The people around them wasn't giving them love and showing them love. And I'm gonna tell you right now. If you guys don't think it'll ever happen to you or close to you, or you don't know nobody, trust and believe. There's some people. The reason why these people go to the darker side is because you treat them like trash. It's not, and maybe how they perceive it, but it's because of how you treat them. Like, that other side starts showing them love, showing them affection, being there for them. Hey, you can lean on me. You can talk to me. Guess what? That's what they need. That's why I tell everybody, give them some love. Hey, this is SP. We're 32 minutes in. What's going on, Margie Mac? We can't hear you, baby. What's going on, Margie Mac?
Okay. I was actually I am what I say horsebacking on what Mrs. Lisa put in the chat. A Nature Boy. It was a sex cult that he was running. And he had, like, again, at the end of the day, he didn't want none of the guys to be with the females because he wanted all the females and all the males himself. But I will not give no one any of my money, passports, Visa, debit card, credit cards. The devil is a lie. I won't even dare be nowhere near that fool going to different countries and islands and getting put out. I will not.
Did you hear what Velvet has a channel, and she spoke about it. I haven't seen nothing about the trial or anything, but Velvet spoke about how she got in it and what transpired and how she got out. And she said she was in it and she got out 3 times. She come back and da-da-da-da-da. But, just...
No. Velvet was the first wife.
I'm not... Hey, hold on. I'm not saying who's first, who's second, and third. I'm talking about this young lady. Her name was Velvet. This is what I'm saying. She said... I listened to the whole thing today. She said she went in and got out 3 times. She got a baby. This is Velvet. That's her real name. They didn't give her that name.
Marquez. He died.
Huh?
Her father, Marquez.
I don't know. I don't know none of that. I just know that this young lady's name is Velvet. And that's her citizen United States government name, Velvet.
It is.
And she said,
Eliana.
huh? Yes, the baby name is Eliana. It's a little girl. And
Yes, ma'am.
when I heard her talking, she said, Soldier says, Mama died, passed away on the island.
Mama D. She called her Mama D.
Mama D. Okay. Oh, Mama D. Mama D.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, Mama D. Yeah, they killed her. But go ahead.
They killed her?
They killed Mama D on the island. Yeah, so you're correct. Yeah, they did.
I don't know about Mama D.
Yeah, there was another,
But here's the
very
thing.
nice.
Here's the thing something Velvet said. Velvet said that in order for her to get out, she went along with his crazy notion and brought other girls in and did what he wanted her to do. So and then they were gonna have a party to get him drunk and they was drinking and they was tossing it up. And here's the thing I thought. So she said she was making a plan to leave then. And as they were drinking and getting high and stuff, she was packing her bags. She was packing her bags. She was packing her bag. This is what she said. So, for you to get out of something that you put yourself in and get your baby out, she put other people under the bus.
They jumped on her at the beach. Malia did. And all the other wives. They jumped on Velvet at the beach. That's how Velvet left.
And Velvet said she don't know if she was in love with Nature Boy. She said she was in love with the thought. And you know what? I look at how they talk. She says she's very educated and all of that. But her thinking is still like a kid to me. When she's talking, she's talking like my youngest daughter when she was like 13. And this woman is fully grown now. She got 2 kids. But
I'm going to elaborate on what Soldier Girl said in the chat. You are correct. She believed in the natural medicine that Nature Boy said is going to heal her with her condition and would not let her go to the hospital and just, again, at the end of the day, let her die instead of take her to the hospital. That's what I meant, they should have took her to the hospital, but she wound up dying, and her daughter them wanted the body, but they rushed everything off. That's what I was saying about that. They could have took her to the hospital, but they chose not to because she was believing in the spiritual medicines that Nature Boy said that he was going to heal her health, but did not because he was not a spiritual healer. That's what I was trying to say, that they killed her, they took her to the hospital, and that means she's still be alive right now. That's what I was telling the Soldier Girl in the chat, where she said they didn't kill Medea. She died on their watch. Okay.
oh, they didn't kill her physically. They just gave her bad, ill advice.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And she took it upon herself to listen to some nutheads.
There you go. That part right
Or
there.
did they not take her to the hospital? Did she ask to go?
She had no strength. She had no strength. She was already ill. She was already ill. She was already at that stage.
Well, could have. So she was too ill to make that decision herself.
Her daughter and all. Well.
Okay, so tell me this Mama Dia, real quick. I'm gonna give other people chance to call in. So Mama Dia, what was her whole job? This 50-year-old woman. Let me give you your ticket right here, Margie. 7929498. Margie. Okay.
Okay. Well, let Soldier Girl, what the guy come up and spread it on Mama Dia. So they more.
Oh, you don't know about Mama Dia?
I do, but they got more details. All I know, the daughter wanted her body, and they could never get her body shipped back to the United States.
So you don't know actually what happened.
I do know that she stopped taking her medication. I healing, that she was told that the comic, you know, I think at that time, I'm not sure what name he was going by. He had so many names, so I'm not sure what name he was going by the time they went to Costa Rica. Or
But what was Mama Dia's job? Was it to bring other women in?
Was to come there and be with him. Well, not to be with him, but be the healing process that he was proclaiming.
No, but what was Mama Dia's job?
To come there and get healed.
Her job was to come there to get. So a 50-year-old woman went there so she can get healed.
She wanted to be part of Natureboy's entourage or family.
Concubine. Was she a wife? Was she a wife?
No.
Was she having intercourse with him?
No.
So what was her? Everybody had a job. What was her job? Was her job to bring other
She was
women
only going there to do a spiritual healing.
to get a spiritual healing?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
And she gave him her money.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm.
And she went there. Yeah, she did stop taking all her medications and stuff. Yeah.
Was she a beautiful lady too?
Like I said, like Sonia put in there right. She was there just for seeking spiritual healing. Cause yeah.
Well, thank you.
Oh, Sonia was saying he was having sex with her as well. Oh my God, I didn't. Oh my. Oh, I'm about to throw up.
Well, here's the thing. He had so many videos. There's no way you could have known all of it, you know? Like I said, it was on like almost all day, and then when they were playing, you didn't know if it was real time or 2 years ago or whatever. It was very entertaining, I can tell you that. So I got lost in the sauce, but like I said, I never seen no Mama D. I didn't see Solar. When I watched it, I just seen Nature Boy. I seen a girl pulling out her nipple every time you turn around, feeding a baby. And I know her dad was trying.
The only one that, because somebody else brought their baby there. I know Zoka and Sola had a baby, but they sacrificed the baby, but then they had another baby. Because I think that something, Nature Boy didn't want either little girls or little boy. One thing he didn't want either little girls or little boy. Not sure which one it was, but if you had a one or the other, he didn't want them in the group. I'm not sure.
So is Velvet the girl? So is Velvet?
Which one it was?
Okay, so is Velvet the girl that's pressing charges against him?
No, that's Nefertiri called Nene.
Nefertiri. So Nefertiri got into it with Malia. Nefertiri is the one.
Right, they got kicked out of Hawaii in 2020. You're right, Lizzie. Yeah, Nefertiri, Nene, when Malia got real sick, she went into a hospital, and no one knew whether or not she was gonna die or whatever. Then nobody know what was going on because nobody seen her. But then Nefertiri thought she was gonna become the head queen.
Oh, so she was with Nature Boy?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But
She was Nature Boy, she was Solar, and then she left and came back again. She left and came back again. The last time, that's when he, they said allegedly the R word, and then they, yeah.
so have you seen any of the trial, or they let you listen to it, and I like to look and listen, so I don't get it now. It's hard. So
Thursday and Friday, you can see the witness stand, and they just block out their names.
yeah.
But you can see them on the stand, but it's already happened. Like I said, they record it, and then you see it like the next day.
Right.
You see it over the weekend, or you see him in court. You see him sitting there beside his attorney Booker. So yeah, you can see them in court after they take out the names.
Okay, so how is court going?
Um, they kind of mad because, like I said, Velvet she was on the stand today, and she she told it all. She told all on the stand today. She told from the abuse, how he had the wives, Malia and them jump on her, how when she went to Shaka Zulu's camp after Nature Boy and Shaka Zulu, they were entwined to each other because they was together on an island together until they separated.
What do you mean together? Was they in a relationship?
Shaka Zulu and Nature Boy was on it was together at one point in time with Shaka Zulu's wife, and Nature Boy had his concubines, and they had to split up. They not putting out because money problems or whatever, but they split up, and Shaka Zulu went one way and Nature Boy went another way.
Okay.
But yeah, they they was they liked each other a whole lot, to say the most.
Oh, one thing that I did when I was listening to Nature Boy, and he said this is back in the day. I don't know when it was, 2000 and in 17 or something like that. That the reason why they changed name is because he didn't want the slave name. He didn't want to be attached to a slave name because it gives you a slave. Oh man, I gotta drink some water.
I heard it go off too.
Hold on. As many times that thing goes off, just sip of water is good enough. I'll be swimming. So I thought that was some good teaching because it does take away from you when you really, you really don't think about it because this is the way that we are conditioned. But changing your name into who you are or what you stand for or whatever, I like that. So Lisa is asking, Velvet had a baby with Solar also, right?
Solar had a baby with Solar. Velvet did not have a baby with
Yeah, Velvet got 3 kids.
Yeah, Velvet do got 3 kids, but when she left and had Eliana, she was pregnant and she was with someone in another tribe or something because they showed him playing with Eliana in the beach. I don't know who this gentleman was, but it was in another tribe because Nature Boy went to this same house.
Why do y'all say tribe? This ain't got nothing to do with a tribe. These are cults. These are not tribes. They demolished the African culture. They really it's.
Where they were living at, it looked like a tribe in a tent because they were living outside. That's why I said tribe. But anyway, when Velvet went out and she had Eliana and she was pregnant with another gentleman, they was in another whole cult.
How did she get pregnant before she left?
No, she got pregnant after she left.
Okay.
She took Eliana with her, and she was pregnant before her dad died.
And her dad, I remember when her dad was trying to get her, and she wasn't trying to leave.
When they went to court and her dad was outside, he couldn't go inside the court, and that's when she testified, and Malia and all them was out there, Aya and Eperu and all them was out there and outside the court, and she took charges out on Nature Boy because he came to that house and tried to break in and take Eliana, and so that's how everything went down about them going to court, and her dad was there. And so that's how everything went down about them going to court, and her dad was there. And so that's how everything went down about them going to court, and her dad was there. And so that's how everything went down about them going to court, and her dad was there. And so that's how everything went down about them going to court, and her dad was there. And so that's how everything went down about them going to court, and her dad was there. And so that's how everything went down about them going to court, and her dad was there. And so that's how everything went down about them going to court, and her dad was there. And so that's how everything went down about them going to court, and her dad was there. And so that's how everything went down about them going to court, and her dad was there. And so that's how everything went down about them going to court, and her dad was there. And so that's how everything went down about them going to court, and her dad was there. And so that's how everything went down about them going to court, and her dad was there. And so that's how everything went down about them going to court, and her dad was there. And so that's how everything went down about them going to court, and her cafeteria wanted him. Her name is Nene. I'm saying Nene. That's her real name. But so I don't know who the second and third baby is by. I know it's not by Nature Boy.
No, it's not by Nature Boy.
Right. But the other two kids that she have, I don't know. Betty got a sister, but she has three kids. Correct. She do have three kids, and she has told her story on her YouTube channel.
Yeah.
But she spoke her truth today.
Well, I watched her YouTube channel earlier today, and then I was into Solar's, and I was watching him, and he was speaking.
Zucker's still in jail.
Huh?
Zucker is in jail.
I don't know nothing about that.
That's so that's the so baby mama that he had a baby by. Yeah, she's still in jail in Cap County.
But Solar and Velvet got together.
Yeah, that's true.
Mr. Mark Eyes.
That's Bella's daddy. Rest in peace. Yeah, he's dead.
No, I'm talking about Mr. Mark Eyes is in the chat, and he says he's making money on Pornhub doing gay videos too. Hi, how you doing, Mr. Mark Eyes? All right. So if anybody else want to call in, Margie's giving us breakdown of what she knows. I appreciate you. You know I do.
Oh, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Because we are, sometimes you got to go back into history and see some stuff, and then you come and tell us what you seen and what you heard.
Yes.
And then keep up with what's going on, because like I said, I'm not going to post nobody else's stuff over here. And if they say that I did, you know that these people are lying. Because I'm not going to do it.
And we not even going to share it with you. I'm down to check.
All righty. Bye. So, you guys, I'm just... Hey, this is SP. What's going on? Hey, Zen. Woke the God is in the building. Let me give you a ticket here. Woke the God. I'm glad you called in.
Well, I think you asked somebody earlier how they think the trial is going.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know about anybody else, but I don't look at Emilio as the bad guy. He did some things that were alarming, but I don't feel like he manipulated anybody. And I can't see how somebody that sleeps in the same bed with 5 women is just going to rape one when you have all those women that you're in jail.
Okay, come on. Yeah. I'm kind of like in an agreement with you. I don't know if 100%, but you're right. Like, Nature Boy, I mean, he couldn't have took anything they gave to him.
Exactly.
And
Janae never said rape for the first 2 months. After she left there, she said, Maria came to the door and said, God is calling you, what will you do? And she went back up there with Alicia to answer the call.
to see what he wanted.
To see what he wanted. And they ended up, I'm telling you, for 2 months, she calls it making love. And it's not until she meets the detectives out of whatever county it is that they got him in.
It's in Atlanta. Fulton,
It's not Fulton, is it?
what is it? Is it Fulton?
It could be Fulton.
Let's see. Or Dakota,
Well,
Decay.
these detectives told her that he didn't have to take it. He didn't have to be forceful with you to rape you in your head. Did you want to say no? like, well, yeah, but did you say no out loud? No, I never said no out loud. But in your head, did you think it? Yeah. But he just kind of kept going with it, and you just fell into it? Yeah. I'm sorry, that's not rape. I'm a woman. That is not rape.
Right. I'm with you. It's DeKalb County, and I'm with you because I was wondering, number one, if you done called a Uber to come get you and all your stuff is in there, and they told you to go back up there. He's calling for you. Go back up there. He's calling for you. Number one, you're ready to go. I know this for a fact. When you ready to go, go. If you got everything, this lady named Velvet was talking, and she was like, I was getting my clothes, and I was getting my toothbrush, and I was getting my shoes, and I was getting my such and such. And she was like, I was packing up while they were all getting high, and they were drinking, and they were popping bottles, and I was making a plan, and I had already got my visa, and I was like, da 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 da. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, you know what? I left a whole free. I know everybody's different, but I'm not worried about a shoe. When I'm ready to go, I want to leave with my face all intact, with no disturbance. Me and you not arguing. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you what. When I left, my ex was at work. You see what I'm saying? When he came home, he thinking, oh, she just out errands running, everything is in place like I'm still there until later on and later on and later on. It get later, and he's like, well, where's can she be? Well, when she come back, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Well, and then 2-3 days, a week go by, 2 weeks go by. Oh snap, he's feeling some kind of way because guess what? I'm not even gonna tell you I left, and that is hurt when a person find out that you left, especially while they were at work. They are hurt. You want to hurt somebody? That's what you do. I wasn't trying to hurt him. I don't want to fight. I don't want to argue. It's nothing that could keep me here. A dresser, a washer machine, a dryer, a dog, a cat, a pig, a bill, nothing. I don't care. Let me, the clothes on my back, I can go get some from a Goodwill or something for $2 or $3. But I want my eyeball. I want my arm. I don't want it to be broke. These women was talking about, oh, well, Velvet was saying, at first he would choke me out, and then he choked me longer, and I black out and I wake up. Girl, nah. I mean, getting choked the first time. You put your hands around my neck. I'm out. I don't get it. Why would you let somebody put their hands on you? You're not a kid. These women, I won't just say women because there was men too. They something in them was a low self-esteem. They didn't know their worth. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
And that's what he played on. They didn't know their worth. So, he would say they're pretty and you're beautiful and and they decided to stay with him and give him all what they have. And then once he got their visa and their money, okay, if you don't do what I tell you to do, then you can just leave. Who wants to leave and can't never get back to the United States? You can't speak a lick of the language, the country you're in. You don't know nobody in there. It's all Spanish or whatever, and you're sitting there like, but these people not did it once, 2 times, got out. They went back and forth, 3 times. Think about that. Can you see yourself leaving something 3 times, coming back to the United States and going all the way back?
No, not all the way back, but, there was a point, and I think I shared this with you, that I did consider going over there when they were in Palenque.
You consider going over there?
I considered going over there when they were in Palenque. Not to be part of his polygamous intellectual because of the things that he was teaching at the time resounded with me. It's like they wrote some things up when he was talking about the alkaline diet and, grounding and being close to nature. And a lot of those things, they resounded to me.
Yeah.
And they were interesting, and it was a frame of mind that I also was trying to get into, which is what got me to start watching him initially. And I feel like, I've said it before and I'll say it again, as long as he was out of the country, he was doing good with the teaching and, just running the house. There was a little chaos, but not a lot. But when he got back to Atlanta, he came back with money in his pocket, and it's like everything that he didn't do was just thrown at him, and he did everything. And the teaching was no longer the focus of his life.
Yeah.
He wasn't even living by what he was teaching anymore.
Well, what do you think is going to happen in court?
Oh, they are trying to hang him. This is the problem. Yes, Velvet did testify today, and yes, she told about all the beatings and all the abuse and etc. This is the problem. None of that happened in the United States. None of what she's talking about occurred in Georgia. Velvet was nowhere near him when they moved to Atlanta.
Oh.
Nowhere near him. She had already left, took her baby, had her other baby. She was nowhere near them. And people are getting confused with the fact that the accusation is on March 24th, he raped her.
Allegedly raped her.
Allegedly raped her. That is the accusation. And that he took videos that they had made together and had previously posted on Twitter, and he reposted them after she was gone. But those are the two accusations.
Right. Well, now, I could see him reposting, but what about the last video? Because she said, Velvet said something about he filmed
Same thing to her.
her and another woman, I can't remember the woman's name, sucking his penis. And, that's kind of, I just hate for a woman to allow that to happen. I don't care who it is. It can be, you could be married to the person. No, you're not going to have that over my head, showing people, and then they saying that they ain't seen it, and they done seen it, and they smiling and looking at you funny, and as soon as they get mad at you, that's what happens.
Exactly.
It's almost like having a tattoo of somebody's name. It's almost like karma, like you asking for problems. Like, don't put...
All this started in Atlanta. Initially, this is what he said. He was going to choose one of the 5 women, and it was 5 or 6 women. He was going to choose just one of them to be the chiefess, the queen, God's companion. So, of course, everybody's trying to get, they are all trying to get brownie points with him. Now, this is the thing. Danae had left several times and came back. Not only did she just leave and come back, But at one point, there was another guy that believed in polygamy. I can't think of his name right now, but he was out of Vegas. And him and Eligio were kind of like at odds with each other, in competition. You know, whose women follow them the best, whose women take care of them the best, etc., etc. Well, one of these times that Janae left, and him and this guy were talking on Instagram, and he said, "Oh, I got something to show you, Nature Boy. I got a surprise for you." And he's like, "Well, show me." Now, mind you, they're on Instagram, so there's like 10,000 people watching.
Uh-huh.
And sure enough, there came Janae out in the boy's bedroom with this fur coat on.
Janae.
Janae, the one that said we raped her. So, he felt like she humiliated him, right?
Yes.
By going to the other guy. But when she came back, he allowed her to come back into the group.
Yeah.
So now she's competing with all the other women, thinking that she has a chance to be the queen. And one day, Nature Boy told her, "Do you think that you have what it takes to be the queen?" And she's telling him yes. And he asked her, "Why did you think that?" And she was telling him, and he said, "Well, I have news for you. You will never be the queen.
Oh.
I was just fooling with you.
Oh.
I never even really considered you
Mm.
as queen material." That hurt her.
Mm.
And it was shortly after that, within 3 days, that she left and said he raped her.
Wow. So if he would have made her the queen.
Oh, we'd have never, this case would have never went to court.
Mm.
And
Mm.
I just think that everybody, there's a lot of emotions, there's a lot of feelings, and she allowed those detectives to use her
To talk her into
in making this case for them.
and putting him on blast, putting him on the, because they knew that everybody in the United States hate cults. And this is like an inside of what cults are like,
Yeah.
you know? Without the spiritual part, because we're not listening to anything about the spiritual gifts and the spiritual rams. We're not listening. Only thing we're hearing about is sex and who has sex and who posted porn and who fought who put the hands on who and who took whose visa. That's it.
Now, they say that this attorney that's representing him is good. They say he's barely ever lost a case.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of question because he's kind of, he wasn't coming at him hard.
Well, he did in the opening. He kind of he set the thing and let him know. We're just talking about March the 24th. We're not talking about all this other stuff that you're gonna hear. Then they had an expert on codes. Like now we're in 101 class to learn about cults. We all know. We just never seen it so up close and in person. How in cults everybody's having sex with everybody. But you know what's so weird in the real world? This happens in the real world too. Just like in jobs. In order to move up, sometimes you gotta go some places. Most of the places, if you having sex with the right person, you gonna get the job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's like that in the real world, basically, really.
And this was no different.
Yeah.
This was no
So, I don't think that they're going to judge this case on just March the 24th, though.
No, I don't think they are either. But it should be
It should.
because that's when the rape occurs.
Alleged.
Anything else that these people are coming and talking about is irrelevant.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with the rape. And when the defense attorney kept trying to object and say, what does that have to do with March 24th, the judge kept overruling him.
Oh, they were?
The judge was, yeah.
So they're trying to make the juror hate him for what he did in another country.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, I don't know if you're gonna get 12 people to know that, because when they come to the closing, they're gonna tell them this has nothing to do with whatever they did in Hawaii, or they did in Mexico, they did in Japan, whatever. We're talking about March the 24th, and if they go on that and say March the 24th, this young lady on that day or that week and that month and then the next month and the next month, she said we made love. Now all of a sudden you're saying it's rape. That's what you need to base your decision on.
That's right.
And if they did base their decision on that, he will be found not guilty probably.
Exactly. Because when the state, now, Eligio had people believing that they had already offered him 7 years and he turned it down.
Mm-hmm.
That could not be true. There's no way that they offered you 7 years and you turned it down, and the next offer that they gave you was 30 years.
Mm.
And the judge was like, you do understand if we don't take this 30 years, you're looking at life without the possibility of parole.
Mm.
Now, he ain't killed nobody.
Right.
You understand? I could see if you were taking somebody's life. Mama Dear, he didn't kill Mama Dear. Mama Dear was an older lady. She was sick. She wanted to get off into nature and spend her last days into nature. That's what she wanted to do.
Yeah.
She knew what would happen if she stopped taking her medicine.
Oh yeah.
She'd been taking it for many years. So she knew that if she didn't take it, it was going to cause some type of problem.
What did she have? High blood pressure?
She had high blood pressure. She had some type of heart situation going on. She had a lot of things, but I know that the main thing was she had very high blood pressure and a heart situation that she was taking medication for. But she chose to stop taking the medication on her own free will. Nobody took her medicine from her and said, you can't take this no more. None of that. She chose to stop taking her medicine.
Right.
And I know the one was big house, so it took a minute for her family to get her body back just because she was in another country. So, like, over in Mexico, they don't want to hear about what their insurance is going to pay, none of that. They want cash for the body.
Yeah.
You want me to send this home? You want to send me some bread.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay.
But I'm going to get down.
Alrighty. Thank you.
Thank you for letting me call.
So you guys, then I am cutting my nails off because they are just growing too much. I'm sorry, you guys. My sock is in. So anyway, Zan told us what's going on in court. Margie told us what's going on in court. You guys, I just can't believe that the people are coming up and they're telling their side of the story, and their story really does not have anything to do with March the 24th. It just really doesn't. It is nice to hear the truth, their truth, and what they went through is educational. It's very educational. Whether how dumb or stupid or weird it sound, these are people just like, our kids, that find themselves in a bad situation. She said, "You okay?" Yeah, yeah, I am. Thank you, Soldier Girl. She said, "It's Monday." Yeah. And it just amazes me how we watched this for years. And I fell off the truck. I did. I fell off the truck. After a while, I couldn't listen to no more of what he was saying. I don't know why, but it was just getting weirder and weirder, and I knew that this guy was going to become YouTube famous. He was going to any internet he got on, it was very entertaining to watch. Not to see how people were, but the way that they reacted with each other, and how he spoke to them, and because he spoke to them like they were kids, and and they allowed it. They did. They allowed it, and that's why I'm just like, I'm not going to bash a victim. I'm just not going to do it. Because in everybody's story, there's some things that's probably we're not going to get to hear all of it. Sanja said, "I never heard of him." Oh, girl, he was everywhere. He was, when I say, soon as you turn on the YouTube, he was everywhere. He was on everybody's channel. You could copy his stuff and nobody would ever strike your stuff. He is attractive until he eats, and they said he don't believe in baths, SP. Nah, he believe in baths. It's just I don't know what the deal was, but at one time they wasn't taking baths, and I read what the paper says that, I don't know why they quit taking baths, but they, one girl said, "Oh, he stunk." Well, you stunk too if you were there. You stunk too because you didn't take no baths either. And I don't know if they didn't have running water, and he just was like, nobody takes baths or whatever. But she says, "Yes, it's a beautiful day. I just got on YouTube with cupcakes." Okay. Sometimes when watching court proceedings, it doesn't look like a win, but one good witness is enough to prove a fact. One good witness would be enough to prove a fact. But the fact is remaining, everything somebody say is still go on. Did he rape that girl on March the 24th? Or was it love making, as she put it? Well, nobody holding a gun to her head when they asked her the question. She went on other people's YouTube channels and said it was love making, it was love making, it was love making. We made love, we made love, we made love. I said, okay. I finally said, okay. Because if that's not the case, then Velvet would have been up there saying he raped me too. Because they asked Velvet, was it rape? And she says, well, after some time, I just gave in because he put it on me like he really wanted to be with me. And see, that's what's going to put a bad taste in women's mouth. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because some women be like, yeah, the minute, it was love making when he's saying, oh, here's some flowers, here's some candy, you can eat a banana, or you can be next to me. I'll put you on the channel, and you can say what you want to say, and you're gonna have the spot, and you can be my queen. And now you make love, and then you make love, and then he don't do what he say he gonna do. He don't put you on the spot. He don't let you be the queen. He don't give you the banana. Now it's like like you woke the God said, when what you call him, when she decided that, find out that she wasn't going to be the queen, now everything hit the fan. Before, was nobody getting mad that he had all this stuff on Pornhub? He was making money. He had all the stuff on Big O, or whatever you want to call it. All these other YouTube channels. We even got into some of the YouTube channels, and we got a good following base on those channels too. I mean, quickly. It didn't take us years. It took us like 3, 4, 5 months, and we got 13,000 over here, 17,000 over there, and 20,000 over there. You know, but he gets 20,000 in one day. The next day he got 50, 60,000 because he wasn't. He was just recording his life. Some people liked it. Some people enjoyed watching what's going on. But at the same time, these were people that had a low self-esteem. And at any given time, 2 or 3 men could have. It don't even have to be 2 or 3 men. He's not a big guy. He's a little guy. Like, I really think if he jumped, one woman could probably put him in his place if she hit him in the right place. She can hold her ground. I mean, he's still a man, but you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not a big man. He's nothing to be scared of. Girl, ooh, I wish a nigga. Oh, I'm so sorry. I almost said something. No, I don't even like smaller statue men. He's a small statue man. I would not be scared of him. Scared of what? Oh my goodness. I just don't see it. Like I said, they allowed him to take control of their life. They gave him their visa. They gave him their money. Then they went way into another country and then be like, well, he treated us like this. And he treated us. You can't make somebody treat you the way you want to be treated in a whole different country. Even when okay, then leave. And they left. Somehow, some of them got back to the United States. However they did. They got back to the United States. But I guess what? They came back. And then that's what you got to understand. Yes, victims do come back. But back again and again and again. And now that you leave, you done told everybody, yeah, at the end, y'all made love one more time. That's the problem. That, one person on that juror, and they're going to see it. I guarantee you. I'm waiting. They're going to see her say, we made love one more time. We made love. We made love. And that juror may say, well, this was not rape. And you know what the sad thing about this whole situation is, you guys? I'm finna get off of here because we've been a whole hour and 24 minutes. But if he don't get convicted, that means he's going to get out and he's going to be bigger than he was before. Because what do you do when you put gasoline on a fire? It gets bigger. That means he's got more followers. He's got more people that's intrigued with him. People have never heard of him, is now hearing about him, and they're going to be, inspired or just inquisitive, curious to know who is this young man they call Three God and Natureboy and Eligo or Elegon or whatever his name is, Mr. Bishop. They're going to want to know who he is, and they're going to follow him more. So he's going to be even bigger. And that's why I just said to myself, wow, yeah. He won't get out soon. I don't know. I don't know. I believe he can beat this case. I don't know why I want to believe. I'm not saying he will beat it. I'm saying it's a possibility he can beat this case. Because even though that he's on trial for rape. Allegedly. Allegedly rape. And if they're going to judge the book by the cover, then, there's a lot of people that, because they were having sex all over the place, you know? And how many times? No, 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 no. Okay. And are they going to watch the video of how they performed when this so-called rape happened? I wonder that. Is everybody going to look and watch him sit there and so he's not forcing her to do this and do that? I know that's not his only charge. We read the charges the other day. He's got other charges and false imprisonment and all this other stuff. Transmitting, porn, this type of stuff over internet. That's a crime. But those are little charges with little time behind them. What he's wanting to win is the major crime, which is rape. So he's in jail now, and we're gonna see. I'm not worried about the other charges. Like, he probably get convicted of the other little charges, and they may get 2 or 3 years. And he's been in there for a while. So how long has he been in there? I think they gave him no bond. And let me say this before I get off here. I'm gonna get off here, you guys, because we're 30 minutes over our time. But I know that Velvet got a restraining order on him. I think she said back in she got a 5-year restraining order on him, the one that has a baby by him. Back in 2000 and I think it was in 2000. I don't know, but she got a restraining order on him. And because here's the thing, his followers, he's going to have more followers. Even if he do a little bit of time, you guys, he still got followers that's out there that's willing to, be a part of that. And I believe that some of these women, most of these women that came there, they watched YouTube and they was like, I'ma go. I got it going on. And they gonna love me. And then they start talking and talking and talking and stuff. And I'm gonna get over there and I'm gonna take over. And you rebellious. And then you go over there where this man is control and dominating. He's got control issues. And then, you can't eat cake when you want to eat cake. And you can't walk out when you want to and shake your head and all this other stuff. Well, then, you got this very controlled man that's like, you won't take a bath today. Matter of fact, you don't take a bath for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And then you sitting over there, your hair all kinky. He's telling you to walk around with no clothes on, no shirt on. And some of the women do it. And the other men are looking at them and ain't looking at you. It's different, you guys, being involved in something like that. It is. Because let me tell you something. And this is, and I'm going to leave it at this. I have been around. Have you ever been around a group of people that you, just put it like this, you're superior to? Okay? When I say superior, you mean your body language is superior, the clothes that you wear more superior, is a little bit more professional. Your hairstyle is a little bit more professional. The way that you speak is a little bit more professional. Your mannerisms, your morals, your values is a little bit more professional. It's just a little bit more mature, more adult. And then you get around a group of people that is not. Okay? Hold on. I'm trying to let you guys know something. You're either going to conform to how they are, or you're gonna keep bumping your head. Because when everybody is against you and you're going, what the heck's going on? You don't fit in that category. You just don't fit. You can try to fit, and it just ain't going to work. Then if you don't lie like they lie, they be like, what's wrong with you? Girl, this is how we do it. Do. You know? And let me tell you something. I've seen this where, if you catch the slow bus, and I've never caught the slow bus, and you're a group of people that all their friends is friends with friends of, because they all caught the slow bus, and then here you come talking about education and grammar and punctuality and how to speak and etiquette on this and etiquette. They be looking at you like, you think you this, you think, and every time you make a mistake or something, they be like, ha 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 ha. And sooner or later, you're gonna be like, dang, I'm trying to fit into this group. You don't fit into that group. You just don't fit in. Quit trying to fit in a group you don't fit into. Let them come up to your standards. Your standards don't even have to be that high. It can be one step higher. That's it. But they're gonna make fun of you because you don't look like them. You don't wear the clothes like. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying. If you understand what I'm saying, put a 1 in the chat. But I've been around people like that, and I'm in groups of people like that where I just did not fit in. And it wasn't that I was superior. I'm just saying, like, they could not understand my theology and my understanding and my mannerism. They could not understand it. And so they would make fun of me. Oh, you don't smoke weed? Well, I smoke weed. We all smoke weed. Why you don't smoke weed? What do you think? You're a square. I'm a square. Now I look back at these people that called me this square because I didn't fit in with the partying, wanting to get high, wanting to screw this or screw that or whatever. And I look at them now because, I just want school and I want, my kids. I don't want my kids around that, and go to work, come home and things. And I look at them now and they got jobs that I had when I was a teenager. You know what I'm saying? I was a teenager and, they're still renting and they're still, moving from apartment to apartment and things of that nature. And I'm sitting over here like, wow, I mean, they could have changed their life, but they were comfortable with the people that they were around. And like I said, I was not comfortable with them. So sooner or later, if I didn't do what they did, I literally just felt like I just didn't fit in. So some people, they start looking for their culture and their, where they come from. And some people tell me about the Moors, and the Indians and the slaves, and you're not this, you're that, you're more, you're this. And I'm like, you got half of the story. Don't, I believe the Bible, and I'm just leaving it at that. I don't need to know about the slave and all of that other stuff. And, she said, anytime a Moor has that control over a human being, they have got to be shown how really has the power. Example, Jeff Fort and Larry Hoover, Tupac had capabilities as such. PTB. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to get off of here. We're going to discuss some more. We're going to try to learn as much as we can as we get it. If you guys see it or hear it, we can talk about it. But please don't take it from somebody else's content, because we just do not need the problem. Now, you can listen and hear what they have, especially if they're showing what you need to see. I'm not telling you not to do that. I'm just saying, please don't steal other people's stuff and then give me their ideal, because I don't want their ideal. I want your ideal. I want you to tell me what you think about it, because that's more important than anything else. All right, you guys, let's get off of here. And I will see you guys Wednesday at the same time in the same place. Be good and be great and be nice to each other. Bye.